Okay, you guys can all hear me fine? Excellent. Okay, so I he's trying to hit the computer. I love it. Okay, so I had this crazy idea. Hi, buddy. I see you. I had this idea today, and honestly, it just like spurred out of nowhere. I have no idea where it came from. But I just had this idea of turning team call night into like family business night. And I think one of the biggest reasons why is, first of all, we had a big disconnect at the very beginning of me doing coaching because it seemed so like this is mine. And in his head, it was kind of like this is your thing. And at the end of the day, when he finally went to Summit, if you guys don't know our story, he finally like kind of came on board with Beachbody and the coaching and business realm of it. Like he supported me, but he really got behind Beachbody after his first summit, which was a year and a half into my business. And once he did, there was less of a disconnect. It was very much like, okay, this is a business for us. This is a business for my family. My husband says, okay, yes. Okay. So, and that's exactly, honestly, I think what spurred a lot of this, like a lot of this idea of turning team net or team call night into like family team night. And ultimately, at the end of the day, my vision for this is let's all get on, and this is a team family business. We want everybody and anybody to be invited to come on. And I know it's so true. And that's really how we can kind of bust that is even just having the team call. And it's going to take time, you guys. It's not going to be like all of a sudden they're just going to want to hop in and they're going to be like, yeah, okay, I'll listen to this team call. It's going to take time. But what I foresee happening and the possibility for team night and team calls and stuff like that is let's make it a family adventure, a family all included kind of night. We can make it fun. We can get the kids involved. We can have fun activities that they can do. I know that it's late at night, so we don't want to get them super riled up, but it would just be so nice to get your kids involved if you have kids, or get your significant other, or even family members, a friend, parents, whoever it is that is around. And in my head, my vision is on Monday nights, it's team night, and everyone and anyone is invited because it's not just going to be business, it's going to be life. Like, we're going to talk about how do we goal set for life? How do we set goals for health and fitness and family and business as a whole, as a family? And how do these goals impact the rest of the family? And what is their say on it? One of the best things that I ever did was open up the conversation to Kyle and be like, hey, what should I post about? And he comes up with all these crazy ideas that I never would have in a million years. And, even for kids, if your kids are old enough, to ask them a question that's like, hey, what do you think about mommy doing my workout? Something like that. Or, getting them involved in, hey, do you know what a jumping jack is? Like things like that, where we can play around and incorporate them into this business, not just be so, this is my business and this is my only thing, because at the end of the day, this business has the impact to this business has the ability to impact the entire family. It's not just you, right? And I mean, we all probably got into it to impact likely our family's lives, whether that is our parents. I know when I got into it, a big thing was to impact my parents' situation and to help them out financially. And then it transitioned into our relationship, and now moving forward with our future family that we want to have. And when that time comes, and I just don't want there to be this disconnect anymore. And I think that it would be so fun to invite everybody and anybody and make it not so much about this is just Beachbody, but Here are the incredible opportunities that we can do. Here are the things, let's talk about them. Health, fitness, business, fears, mindset, all of the things. Let's talk about it. Let's hone in on it together as a whole and then move forward as a team. So that's my vision with this. With that being said, I wasn't sure because it was a really crazy day and it happened really, really fast. And by the time I got this post up there, I wasn't too sure if there was going to be a lot of people who were able to come. So starting now, every Monday, if you're watching live or the recording, every single Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time here on Zoom, you can bring your family, you can bring your kids, you bring friends, whoever you want, bring them on, get them included, and we'll talk all things like all aspects. So one week we might do fitness, one week we might do business, we might do mindset and stuff like that, and everybody will be included. Yeah, how does that sound? Does it sound like something that is, going to be beneficial to you? Do you have any suggestions, any recommendations, any like, no, don't do it? I'm going to take that as a great. Excellent. Sounds good. Excellent.
And
okay.
And it is helpful to have the spouses on. Ray mentioned that I wasn't all that on board. I was more so supporting her rather than supporting the idea and the business when she got started. And one of the things that helped early on, even before the first summit that Ray mentioned I went to, was a talk that Bonnie and Andrew did together. So Bonnie Engel and her husband, Andrew, they kind of just talked about what it's like to be a spouse in the beach body world and how he can support. So kind of just helped me see another guy in a women-dominated business, how husbands can be supportive and just, what the opportunity is for more than just the spouse or the partner or the friend, and more so how it benefits a whole family.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just to hear it is honestly nice and kind of relieving to hear it from another guy who's smart and educated.
Mm-hmm. And so that will definitely be something that we can do, and we can do them often, not just like, I know Bonnie and Andrew always did like 1 call a year or 2 calls a year. That was like spouse calls. And so we can do those like much more often.
Yeah, like maybe even 3.
Now, he's going to be here almost every week, hopefully every week, just to be able to have that there, and he can, chime in on his mindset and his thoughts on a topic and stuff like that. And I think even giving us, like, he says some things that I'm like, oh, I never would have thought about that, because he's just an outside view. And I think that's really, really helpful, especially for us in the coaching world. We get all up in our heads, and it's very easy to overthink things and all of that. And a guy's mind just is so black and white, so simple. And so it'll be really helpful for that too. But we will do like lots of calls about how the husbands can help, how, a parent can help or support, or what's their role in that. So yeah. So with that being said, why don't we talk a little bit? We can hit on a little bit about for tonight, kind of like how you support me / the business, and for all of the husbands that are out there, or significant others, or how they can like support. Take her away.
I am cheerleader number 1. So like Ray said at the start, I was basically supporting her, and so I still do that. Just if your basis of, I know Ray's a smart person, she's not making dumb decisions and doing anything selfishly. She does it for, a little bit of that, but does it for her, does it for us. So first of all, I think it's very easy just to get behind a partner or spouse and just say, yes, I believe in you. If you think it's a good idea, it's at least worth having a bit of an open mind to. And then second, as I got to know the business better and what the opportunity is, what the structure of the company is, a lot of it started making a lot more sense intuitively, financially. So someone up there said, my husband said this is a pyramid scheme. It's not a scheme.
He legit thought it was. When I first told Kyle, if nobody knows this story, I literally sat him down and was like, babe, we need to talk about something. And he's like, okay. I legit sounded like I was going to break up with him. Like, that's how serious this was. And I sat him down and I was like, I think I want to do this. And his question was, isn't that a pyramid scheme? So he definitely had those exact same thoughts. But go ahead and explain. I know the answer. We probably all know the answer, but you go and explain your.
Yeah, so I had that thought, obviously, and it is somewhat of a pyramid structure, which is nowhere near being a bad thing. That just means that it's a business that's built on other businesses and other people. Right. That's how most businesses are built. Look at any other franchise model like McDonald's and Wendy's and Timmy's and whichever other ones. It's a franchise that's part of a larger company. That's part of a larger company.
The legal way of explaining it is a pyramid, like an actual pyramid scheme is illegal. Our business has been around, the company has been around for over 20 years. If they were illegal, they would have been shut down. That's just like common sense, kind of like where if you actually think it through, like they would not be able to be around, and they're $1 billion company. So they would have never gotten to that point if they were actually illegal, because they would have gotten shut down by law. I'm sure they could have gotten away with it for a few years, but we've been around for over 20 years. The second thing is, in order for something to be a pyramid scheme, you have to buy into an opportunity with no physical, tangible product. When you invest into Beachbody, you're not paying to be a coach. You are buying your challenge pack. So the enrollment to be a coach is actually free one way or another. The only way it's not free is if you don't buy a challenge pack. You have to pay to open yourself up for a business, but you're getting a 25% discount. You're getting all of these different things, and you're essentially getting a link. What you're paying for is the link to send other people. It's like a referral link. And so you're actually getting something. You're not buying into a pyramid scheme. Would be like, okay, well, you pay $300 or $3,000 to join this business. I make money from that $3,000, and then you have to go and find other people to join this business without having bought any actual tangible product. So that's the most important thing to remember when it comes to a pyramid scheme is it's illegal. We've been around for 20 plus years and we're $1 billion company. We would be shut down if we were illegal. And B, in order for it to be a real pyramid scheme, like illegal, you would not have tangible product. When you invest into the business and you join the business, you are paying for your product. So you are buying your Beachbody On Demand, your Shakeology, and in that you have the option for free, for no extra cost, $0 to enroll for the business opportunity. And then you can make money. Now, you make money from other people either buying the product themselves. They're not buying an opportunity, they're buying the product, or you make money by helping other people make money. Now, the other schemey part is you would make money in a scheme. You would make money, but the other person, you would make money on, how do I explain this? The other person signing up would not make money, but you do. The only way that I or your upline make money from you as a coach is when you make a paycheck. So the only pay that I see from coaches is from Team Seiko bonus or matching bonuses. And that is a very small, teeny tiny percentage. So I make $14 for every 300 volume. That's like 3 people. So even if one person sells something, I don't necessarily make a dime. I only see income from coaches when they enroll. That's the commission base. But you're getting a product, remember, so it's not a scheme, it's not illegal, they're buying a product. It would be the same way as if they were a customer. But the only way that I make money on any of you as a coach is when you make your own paycheck, okay? So when you're explaining that to people, the way I explain it is it's a domino effect. If I help you make a paycheck, the company, Beachbody, says, thank you. We are here to help as many people live healthy and fulfilling lives as possible. That's their mission. And you did that. You helped this person help somebody else live a healthy and fulfilling life, or at least have the tools to do so. Here's the way that I'm going to compensate you. What they're doing is taking out the middleman. What they're doing is we are literally every single thing. We're the marketer, we're the sales person, we're the fitness coach, we are whatever else. We are literally every single role, from Beachbody having the product to the consumer who's buying. We don't have to have a salesperson to go and pitch it to stores, then have a marketing team to pay for ads, and then have the actual fitness coach and all of that. We are everything. So that's how we can make money as coaches. Okay, so that's how I explain it. Beachbody says, hey, we have a mission of helping everybody live a healthy and fulfilling life. Here is our tools. Here's what you can do. You'll get paid a commission, and then you'll also get paid in this crazy, confusing compensation plan. And you go and help other people, and we'll pay you. We'll give you that money. Okay?
So step 1 was support Ray. Step 2 was learn the business. And then an easy way that I came in and actually started helping a little bit more was taking care of some of the easy admin stuff that I could easily do while watching a sports game, watching hockey, watching football. So I track Ray's receipts and her expenses. I do the taxes.
I would not do that.
Just giving her simple ideas like, hey, do you want me to take a picture over here? That looks like it could be a good spot. Or, just something comes up in the conversation. Have you thought about making a post about this? And here's how it could relate to what you have going on in this group or in this section over here. So it's really easy for, I think, spouses to just start to get a little bit involved. And then obviously that can grow to whatever level fits a family, a partnership, a couple, whatever it happens to be. It's really kind of just about realizing that there is an opportunity here, and it's a big opportunity that doesn't really have a cap on the potential, and just finding one way or another to be involved and just show some level of interest.
Yeah. And I think it definitely took time. Like he definitely was not like, thinking of post ideas, or neither one of us were picture people. Like, despite what most people would think, because I post pictures every day, we were not picture people. And I am even worse with pictures than he is. Like, literally all the time. He's like, do you want to get a picture here? You need to post something. Like, all the time. I am not a picture person. I forget pictures, especially when we're out in like even cool places. How is it to get your spouse? How important is it to get your spouse under you? Okay, so the reason you want to get your spouse underneath you, can you pass me that board right there? The reason you want to get your spouse underneath you, like as a coach, is because eventually there will come a point, you can leave if you need to. Eventually there will come a point where no, you don't have to. Eventually there will come a point where you can start to what I call double dip. It means that you can make money from, if this is you right here, this is Kyle, but if this is you right here, you would make income, so you would make commissions and you would make team cycle bonuses yourself. Then if you have your spouse here, you guys are giving him baby fever. This is good. Keep it going.
Sweet baby.
This was my plan all along. If you put your spouse underneath you on your weak leg, your spouse, you build your spouse, And that volume, your weak leg volume, is what pays you Team Cycle bonus. So you've got people under your spouse's account making commission. Then he's starting, so this is Kyle, he's starting to build a team. So he's starting to earn Team Cycle bonus. But because he's on my weak leg, all of his organization and all of his coaches, they are all contributing to my weak leg volume. So he's making Team Cycle bonus, $14, $28, and so on. And then when he gets to diamond, those will turn into $18 per cycle. Even if he's making $50, $100 a week in Team Cycle bonuses, I am now making more Team Cycle bonus because of just his volume. So eventually, it won't happen right away. You guys, I am just now building Kyle's organization. My hope is that it's not going to take you 3 years to get there. But realistic, I didn't really know. I know now, which is why I'm telling you now, and I tell you early on. If you know me, I've been harping on your booty to sign your spouse up. This is why. Now, when you sign your spouse up at the beginning, they don't have to stay active the entire time. So here's what I mean. You're going to sign your spouse up. I recommend doing that with a challenge pack. The reason is you can use that product that you're getting for a massive discount. We all know that challenge packs have a ridiculous discount. You get, let's say you buy a box of Shakeology and you get the packets. You don't have to just use these packets and say, okay, now I just spent $140 on Shakeology. You can then turn that around and make that $140 back. So what you can do is you can tack onto that order the pack of 12, I think it's 12 or 6 Shakeology bottles. And what I would do is take those Shakeology bottles, fill them with 3 Shakeology packets, charge $5 per packet, plus an extra $5 for the cup, and give those to people that you know. So you charge $20 for a cup plus 3 Shakeologies, and you run this little 3-day group. And you get people interested in trying Shakeology. You can sign them up for the free trial, and they can try a workout program. But basically, you can use that investment that you just made to get your spouse's business. Also, you need your spouse at the top, as high up to the top of your organization as possible, because everybody that is building underneath of them is going to contribute to their volume. I know that might not make sense, but what you need to know is everybody who signs up underneath your spouse contributes to their volume, which contributes to their paycheck without them needing to do anything. That's called their strong leg. And that contributes to your volume that makes you Team Cycle bonuses. The higher up in your organization, the more coaches, the more people, the more volume underneath them they get to benefit from, okay? So when you sign them up, you're going to sign them up with a challenge pack. That gets you 2 Success Club points. That gets you halfway to Emerald. Boom, you're in the gates. You are running, you're going, you're there. Once you hit Emerald, you've got 5 weeks. Now, I recommend bust your booty. Sign 2 people up as quickly as you can, as close together as you can. That person stays active for 5 weeks, meaning that volume that they enrolled with, it keeps them as an active coach. Active status is what contributes to your rank. In order for you to remain Emerald, you have to have 2 active coaches. Your spouse is one of them. What happens after those 5 weeks? Let's say you're in the same predicament we were in. We couldn't afford to keep his account. I couldn't afford for us to get 2 boxes of Shakeology every single month. We could not afford it. Hands down, like just was not possible. It was not possible. We could not do it. And we got energized eventually, but that wasn't 50 PV, so we couldn't keep his account active. What you need to do is sign up somebody else on the same side that he's on, And then once you are about to hit diamond, that's where you need him to go active again. You can just order your Shakeology on there. You can order Energize and a boost on there. Like, you can do whatever you need to do to get him active. But my point is, he does not need to stay active every single month. He does not need to stay active every single month. So when he signs up, the only thing that you have to pay for is that $15 US or $20 Canadian coach fee. That allows him to have that coach position. And holding him there in that placement is really important, because he's going to benefit once you're able to sign him, or once you're able to make him active and really start to build his organization too, which is going to build yours and make more money. He's going to benefit from all of the people underneath him. So you're basically paying for that placement. Now, if you are in the mindset where you're like, okay, I don't want to pay $20 for him to do nothing, then bust your booty and get to diamond as quickly as you can so that you can start to build that momentum. Once you've got that momentum going, you tack on the extra $80 or $100 for Shakeology into your budget, and you just take that out of your business budget. It's not a family budget now, because you're really making money. This is a business. Now it's a business expense. It's a business budget. So every month I calculate my Shakeology, my business fee, Kyle's business fee, and Kyle's Shakeology. It's not in our personal budget. That's in our business budget. Because me drinking Shakeology is the way that everybody else drinks Shakeology, which is how I make money. And if I'm making money, I'm making that, right? So it costs us, say, I don't even know, I'm not gonna math. Say it's $200 for both of us to do all it takes, $250. Every month, $250. I have to make $250 worth in my business to cover that. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So that's just a different way. Once you get yourself in a mindset of this is a business, even if it's a business that makes $500 a month, you guys, that is a business that is profiting. It's putting money into your pocket that you wouldn't have had otherwise. You start thinking about your Energize is a business contribution, because if I didn't drink Energize, none of you guys would drink Energize. None of you would know about it. You wouldn't have the buzz about it. You would go and find pre-workout somewhere else because somebody else talked about it, right? So I think about all of these things as this is, well, maybe his is a personal expense, but this is like a business expense. If I don't make this money, then it's not going to make me business. It's not going to, if I don't drink this or if I don't use this, it's not going to make me money. I can't talk about Shakeology or Energize if I'm not drinking it, right? And so that's how I think about it. Any other 2 cents?
Nope.
Okay, I hope that answered your question. Yeah, talk about taxes. That's a whole other night. Boring. But yeah, we definitely will do that.
I can do that.
We definitely will do that. Did that make sense on how important it is to put your spouse under you or a significant other? And that can apply to your parents. That can apply to parents. So I had my mom sign up under me for forever, and it benefited me. And her having an account there is what helped me get to diamond and hold diamond until I was strong enough to have an organization that held its own. Okay, so 1000%, I encourage you, if you have the opportunity, if you have the people, if you have, support in your life, ask somebody, your significant other, a best friend that like you literally can say like, here, buy this, and they'll be like, okay, I'll support you. Or a parent or a family member or whatever. And yes, I know I was going to do that same shout out, but get them on. And they are what I call a controlled account. You want a controlled account. If you can, you want 2 of them to get you to Emerald, but those 2 controlled accounts are what will get you to Diamond. You 1000% have control over hitting Diamond. You don't need to wait on anybody else getting to on anybody else to get you to Diamond if you have 2 controlled accounts, okay? So I hope that was helpful. massive shout out for your first team call. So happy for you. I'm so excited for you guys. I really hope that this is going to be something that is like really helpful for you guys to have it as a full family thing. And eventually I would love to see these turn into, you know, in-person, real life, hopefully for the locals, and then build an organization in your local space, your local town, so that you can make your own events. But I just think it would be so cool to have this as such a family welcomed business that we can all get together, the kids can come, spouses can come, family can come, that it's not this like secretive business or hobby, that it actually is like a business and can be, even if it's a part-time side hustle that contributes to your family. But I really do think that a massive pressure that can stop you in your success is your significant other, your spouse, or your family not supporting, but they don't support because they don't understand. And I think if we had this space where, you know, we said like, everybody's welcome to come and learn about this and talk about it. And let's not just talk about Beachbody and your business, but let's talk about everything as a whole. I think it could really bust those like limiting beliefs that our significant others have. So I hope this was helpful. You guys rock, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message.